The skies over the South China Sea have once again become the stage for a dangerous game of cat and mouse between the United States and China. In the last week of August 2024, a U.S. Navy RC-135 reconnaissance aircraft found itself in the crosshairs of a Chinese fighter jet, sparking fresh concerns about the growing tensions in this volatile region. But what exactly is the role of these RC-135 aircraft, and why are they so crucial to U.S. military operations in the Indo-Pacific? Let's explore the latest incident and uncover the strategic importance of these high-tech surveillance planes in the escalating power struggle between the U.S. and China. In late August 2024, a routine reconnaissance mission over the South China Sea took a dangerous turn when a Chinese J-11 fighter jet aggressively intercepted a U.S. Navy RC-135 aircraft. The Chinese jet closed in to within just a few hundred feet, performing a sharp maneuver that forced the U.S. plane to navigate through its turbulent wake. This close encounter is far from an isolated incident. It's part of a troubling trend of increasingly risky interactions between Chinese and U.S. military forces in this strategically important region. Each of these encounters carries the risk of miscalculation, which could escalate into a larger conflict with catastrophic consequences. But what exactly are these RC-135 aircraft doing in such a contested area? The RC-135 reconnaissance aircraft is one of the U.S. military's most valuable tools in gathering intelligence. Operated primarily by the U.S. Air Force, these planes are equipped with advanced sensors and electronic surveillance systems that can monitor a wide range of communications and radar signals. In the context of the South China Sea, the RC-135 plays a critical role. These aircraft are tasked with collecting intelligence on Chinese military activities, including monitoring the construction and militarization of artificial islands, tracking the movements of Chinese naval vessels, and intercepting communications that could reveal Beijing's strategic intentions. The data gathered by the RC-135S is crucial for informing U.S. military strategy and ensuring that American forces are prepared for any potential conflicts in the region. These reconnaissance missions are not just about watching. They're about understanding the capabilities and intentions of a powerful and increasingly assertive adversary. The risks associated with these military operations are significant. The August 2024 incident is a stark reminder of how easily a routine mission can turn into a potential fink or a flashpoint. The close encounter between the Chinese fighter jet and the RC-135 reconnaissance aircraft highlights the dangerous game being played in the skies over the South China Sea. Each of these encounters carries the risk of miscalculation. A single mistake, whether it's a mid-air collision, a misinterpreted maneuver, or a failure to communicate, could lead to a military confrontation with far-reaching consequences. In the worst-case scenario, such an incident could trigger a broader conflict involving not just the U.S. and China, but also regional allies like Japan, the Philippines, and Australia. The South China Sea is more than just a body of water. It's a strategic battleground where the future of global power dynamics is being contested. Covering 1.4 million square miles, this region is a vital artery for global trade, with nearly a third of the world's shipping passing through its waters. It's also a resource-rich area, believed to hold vast reserves of oil and natural gas beneath its seabed. China's claims over nearly 90% of the South China Sea, marked by the controversial 9-dash line, have been a source of ongoing tension. These claims overlap with those of several other nations, including the Philippines, Vietnam, and Malaysia, and have been rejected by international courts. Despite this, China has aggressively pursued its territorial ambitions, building and militarizing artificial islands, turning them into formidable military outposts. For the United States and its allies, the South China Sea represents a key area where freedom of navigation must be maintained. The U.S. conducts regular freedom of navigation operations, or FONOPs, to challenge China's expansive claims and to ensure that these waters remain open to international shipping. But each of these operations, including the surveillance missions flown by the RC-135S, increases the risk of confrontation with Chinese forces. The U.S. Navy's presence in the Indo-Pacific is a cornerstone of American strategy to counter China's growing influence. The region is home to some of the most advanced and powerful naval assets in the world, all of which play a role in maintaining stability and deterring aggression. At the forefront is the USS Ronald Reagan, a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier that serves as the flagship of the U.S. 7th Fleet. Stationed in Japan, it functions as a mobile air base, capable of launching fighter jets, electronic warfare planes, and surveillance aircraft like the E-2D Hawkeye, all of which provide crucial support to reconnaissance missions, including those conducted by RC-135s. Complementing the carrier are Arleigh Burke-class destroyers like the USS John S. McCain and USS Benfold. These ships, equipped with the Aegis Combat System, regularly patrol the South China Sea, capable of tracking and neutralizing threats from missiles, aircraft, and submarines, playing a key role in both defense and offense within the region. Virginia-class submarines add another layer of strength, operating silently beneath the waves. These nuclear-powered attack submarines are tasked with intelligence gathering, surveillance, and, if necessary, executing devastating strikes against enemy forces. Together, these assets form a formidable force designed to ensure that the U.S. can operate freely in the South China Sea, despite China's attempts to assert control over the region. The South China Sea remains one of the most contested and dangerous regions in the world. As the United States and China continue to flex their military muscles, the potential for conflict looms large. The RC-135 reconnaissance missions, while crucial for intelligence gathering, also serve as a reminder of just how high the stakes have become. The recent encounter in August 2024 is not just an isolated event. It's part of a larger pattern of tensions that could shape the future of global power dynamics. How these two superpowers navigate their rivalry in this critical region will determine the course of international relations for years to come. If you found this analysis of U.S. China tensions insightful, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. In light of the escalating tensions in the South China Sea, do you believe that the U.S. should focus more on building diplomatic channels with China? Given the rising tensions in the South China Sea, should the U.S. prioritize building diplomatic channels with China or continue to assert its military presence to deter aggression? Share your thoughts below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.